So so is it racist? You didn't answer the first question. Is it racist that that image itself?
The image ties into a greater AI whole video that was made on The Lion King. So
where in The Lion King was there an ape? I don't remember that character.
The entire video. We can watch it. If we want to pull up the AI video from the reel.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't actually know what this guy actually has to do for these people to actually stop defending him and just call him out. I don't know what else he has to do. At this point, he can literally commit murder in front of them and they will still try to justify it. That's actually how it seems right now. What else does he actually have to do for you to actually see the kind of person that this guy actually is? What else does he have to do? Because every single time it's just getting worse and worse and worse every 2-3 days. And yet they're still defending him. How? What else does this guy have to do for you to see that this guy is not fit to be the president of your country? What else? Now, most of you guys have already probably seen that video already. That video is literally indefensible, but she's gonna try her best to defend that video, which obviously she's gonna make herself look stupid like every other person that tries to defend what that guy does. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you're new around there, drop a like on this video and also sub to the channel.
All right, Katie. Is it racist for the President of the United States to put out an image of the former President of the United States and the former First Lady as an ape?
President Trump made it very clear. He put out a video on the Georgia fraud. And within that video was an unedited portion of a reel that went up and should have been clipped by his staffer when he sent it. He said, I didn't see it. He just made this statement on Air Force One. I didn't see it. The staffer was supposed to clip it. It wasn't clipped. I took it down right away.
He didn't take it down right away. He took it down after 12 hours, and the White House doubled down on it for that entire time.
Took it down when he realized the content of it.
So so is it?
No, he didn't. He didn't take it down when he realized. The White House came out and defended it that, hey, you guys are just stuck up, okay? This is just a joke, relax, it's not really that bad. They literally came out to defend it. And then after so much heat from the people that are supposed to be supporting them, then they took down the video. Don't ever try to twist what actually happened. They did not take it down immediately, okay? They tried to defend it first.
Is it racist? You didn't answer the first question. Is it racist that that image itself?
The image ties into a greater AI whole video that was made on The Lion King. So
where in The Lion King was there an ape? I don't remember that character.
The entire video. We can watch it. If we want to pull up the AI video from the reel.
Yeah.
That had this whole AI video of all of the animals.
Yeah.
Period. The end. And President Trump won the Hispanic Latin vote by a historic margin, the most any other Republican has in history, the most black voters since the 1960s. He's not racist. Time and time again, he was on stage with Nicki Minaj the other day. I mean, this man is not racist. He made it very clear what happened in that statement. I stand by that, and I watched both that clip and the AI clip of the Jungle Book, or the Lion King, excuse me, with the music, and I thought, this isn't racist.
Oh my God, bro, she just did that low level thing right there, right? Where the white person is racist, but then when you ask him, hey, are you racist? What you actually do, it seems like you're actually a racist person. But then he turns around and says, hey, I'm not racist. I've got black friends. How can I possibly be racist when some of my friends are black? Just because people voted for you, black people voted for you, which in my opinion are kind of like self-destructive, but that's another topic. Just because you have black voters voting for you doesn't mean you can't be racist. Like, in what world do you actually think that's sufficient enough to justify why you're not racist? You posting a black person as a monkey, or like, that's literally the highest form of exhibiting the idea that you actually are racist. If you are not actually socially aware of the stigma that comes with doing that kind of thing, then I'm sorry, you must just like be like totally like clueless and retarded and not fit enough to be the president of a country, or you just know it, but you're just lying. It has to be one of the two, and most likely he knows, but then they're just lying about it.
Brian?
Look, I think the reason that Donald Trump did this, that he engaged in this whole process where, to your exact point, we didn't see an apology for hours and hours and hours and hours, is because he is a small, petty fragile man who cannot take responsibility for his own actions. And the second reason, frankly, is because he is a racist. And we have seen Donald Trump engage in racist activity in the past, numerous times. We watched as Donald Trump took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of 5 black kids for murdering someone who they did not murder. We saw Donald Trump start his political career by denying the citizenship of the first black president. And right now, we're watching a secret police force rove around the country so that they can round up brown and black people for the crime of being brown and black in this country. And to claim then that Donald Trump is somehow not racist is just to deny what we can all see with our own eyes.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, it's not a secret police group. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers are here to enforce the immigration laws.
Do they show their faces?
Of the United States.
Are they wearing insignia? Do they give their names? Do they have badges?
They wear masks because we have a bunch of governors and mayors that have absolutely come out and said this is the Gestapo, and they've enraged these people.
I think if they don't want to be called the Gestapo,
all right, we're not talking nice tonight. We're not talking nice tonight. But we've done that debate before. Let's talk about this particular video, though, because how do you respond to the claim that, okay, if it was racist and it was a mistake, why not just say that was wrong? We shouldn't have put that out. I'm sorry that it got put out that way, but it's offensive to clearly a lot of people in this country, and I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm taking responsibility. When he has so often criticized people, including Joe Biden, for not taking responsibility, for being the auto pen guy, and then now blaming this on some staffer.
First of all, if you're not an idiot and you realize the way that people can actually translate the video that you've actually posted out, right? And you genuinely aren't a racist person and you don't actually mean it like that, you would have, first of all, taken it down. And also, number two, you would have just apologized instantly. There is no reason to try to defend it. Why would you try to defend it? They only took the video down 12 whole hours after, and then they try to claim that, well, it was someone that did it. I wasn't actually aware. That doesn't absolve you of responsibility at all. It's crazy to say you as the president, something is posted in your name to everyone, millions of people to see, and you had no input whatsoever. I don't even believe that garbage. That is an utter lie. That is just a lie. There's no way he didn't know about it. No way. He was also the same president posting himself wearing a crown and literally throwing feces on people that are protesting. No kings. Like, this is the same person. So he's very much capable of being aware of that kind of video being posted out, and he's giving them the authority to do so. He's very much capable of doing that. Believe me, he is.
The latter part of his statement on Air Force One, they said, would you be offended? Or he said, I didn't like it. I wouldn't like it either. I mean, this was the question. And did you apologize? Are you sorry? And he said, I'm not sorry because I didn't do anything wrong. He didn't see it, so he's not apologizing for that. And honestly, the amount of information that President Trump intakes from his staff and then goes through, he saw the Georgia fraud, they pass it off to his staffer. This is truly how it works. They clip it up and put it on his Truth Social. I believe his statement, and I don't think he had racist intent in the least.
If you don't have racist intent, and obviously it does come off as racist, then you would just apologize. You wouldn't say, I didn't do anything wrong, so therefore who cares? You're the president. These people that posted in your name are posting in your name. They represent you. You are the head of the government. So if anything, these are people that literally work for you and they represent what you are trying to do. So if they've done something that you didn't agree with, you're supposed to apologize. You're supposed to. But then it's like a child. It says, I haven't done anything wrong, so why would I apologize? He doesn't even understand the concept of taking ownership for something. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what it takes to be a leader. He doesn't.
You don't have to do this. Like, you don't have to debase yourself for Donald Trump in the way all of these Republicans debase themselves for Donald Trump. His claim that this was the fault of some staffer. What was the staffer? A 79-year-old with swollen ankles who, is weirdly attracted to his daughter. Like, we all can see
that's unfair. That's unfair.
We all can see the truth. We know there was no staffer. We know that Donald Trump has his phone.
We don't know that. We don't know that there was no staffer.
He's tweeting it.
We don't know. How do we know there's no staffer?
He's tweeting it all hours of the night. We have to contort court ourselves into, we have to do mental gymnastics. We could enter the Winter Olympics right now with the mental gymnastics that we would have to do to believe this idea that it was totally, definitely not Trump's fault, that it was just some staffer, that Donald Trump is apparently curating content but sending it to this staffer who then, if you have a staffer, presumably your job would be to vet the content.
I can't even believe they're entertaining this idea that it was just a staffer that just did it and he had no input into it. There is no shot that is ever gonna be true. No freaking way. This guy is too self-absorbed and way too narcissistic to ever let that happen. There is no way. And also, he's the president. No random person is ever going to post something like that without the input of the president. There's no way you'll post on behalf. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's way too big. It's like everyone, millions of people are gonna see what you do. There's no way people can just randomly post it without him knowing. That's just a lie. I can't even believe this is even being entertained. No way. No freaking way.
But that is the bigger question. It certainly could have been a staffer. He's the president of the United States. There's a lot of stuff that comes at him, right? I mean, that happens.
And it's typically how his true posts
that is
go.
fine. But then why not say that was wrong? What accountability is there for the staffer? And by the way, what's the screening process? This is the president of the United States who speaks on behalf of the United States government. And that some staffer has the ability, that would never fly here. We couldn't do that at CNN. There's a bunch of people. And if I did something like that, I would potentially get fired. There's a vetting process. Why isn't there more of a vetting process at the White House?
Look, it was a tweet or a truth at 2:40 in the morning. And have you watched both clips? Have you watched
I watched the whole
Georgia?
clip.
And
Yeah.
as you watch it, you see at that 58-second mark,
Yeah.
a reel starts popping up and then goes back down. This is exactly how it went. And it just needed to be edited on that back end. Whether or not his staffer missed that part, I'm not going to speculate at what they're doing at 2:40 when they're asked to do this. Maybe they were tired. And I'm not going to justify it.
Maybe they're tired. Oh my God. She says she's not going to justify it whilst also trying to find a way to justify it. Maybe they're tired. Seriously. Maybe they're tired. These people.
Look,
Maybe we shouldn't be posting videos at 2:40 in the morning.
And at the end of the day, if the question is what was his intent, his intent was to show Georgia fraud and talk about the Georgia election fraud and the stolen election in Georgia.
But then posting a video of a bunch of people bowing to you may not be the way to do that.
How many more excuses do these people actually have in store? Like, how many more? Because surely you have to be able to realize this guy is just full of shit. He's just lying constantly. The idea that he had no idea, he had no input into something that's drastic is just a lie. There is no way the president can ever allow someone to post something on his behalf and he had no input or he didn't even see the video. There is no way. Everyone that's close to him would have been like, hey, did you see that part where he posted Barack Obama and his wife as an ape? There is no way they would have never notified them. They definitely notified him. And as someone that he is racist, as someone that is a racist, he was like, oh, it's fine, I'll do it. Because he's done it before, he's done it now. He's going to do it in the future because he doesn't really care what anyone thinks apart from himself. But that's just my thoughts. If you're only around there, drop a like on this video and sub to the channel.